Welcome to Houston Happens this Wednesday morning. Let me tell you something. There is a lot happening today on the show, from health, heart health, to breast cancer awareness, to relationships and friendships, and of course, the Houston Astros. Where else would we begin than live at Minute Maid Park? Our Seth Kovar has been there this morning at the stadium. He's joining us live to give us a preview of yet another ALCS matchup against the Yankees. So Seth, what do you got for us this morning?
I tell you, Hannah, 6 in a row when it comes to ALCSs for the Houston Astros. I've been on the field this morning, then the front row, and I decided to get up here to the club level seats to get a stadium-wide view. And as you can see, the roof is open right now. It's actually quite cool in here this morning, but by game time, the roof will be closed. And as anybody who's been to a game here knows, when it's a full house, this place can be one of the loudest stadiums in the country. You name the sport, it gets super loud in here, and on a cool day, it's going to be nice and warm. All summer long, you've been out here sweating. Today, it's cool, and it's going to be nice inside the dome here. Now, it'll be the New York Yankees coming to town. Their game with the Cleveland Guardians was rained out, you might remember, on Monday. They got it in yesterday, the Yankees winning 5-1 to take Game 5 of that ALDS. That brings the Yankees to town with no rest compared to the Astros, who've been off since Saturday, their marathon 18-inning affair against the Seattle Mariners, sweeping the Mariners up there in Seattle. They have been practicing, though, and they are anxious for this matchup with the Yankees. Game 1, we're going to have ace starter Justin Verlander on the hill against Jameson Taillon for the New York Yankees. He has 14 wins on the season, but had a rough go in his only outing in the postseason so far, but it should be a good matchup. 6:37 is the scheduled first pitch here at Minute Maid. The ceremonial first pitch will be thrown out by an Astros legend. Roger Clemens, the Rocket, will throw out the first pitch. Jack Ingram, the country star, will have the national anthem. And if you do have a ticket to the game, you can go to the Fan Fest outside of the stadium, but be sure to be in your seat for 6:37, that first pitch. And of course, lots of us, well, we can't afford to be at this game or just can't get a ticket. It's a hot ticket, so be sure to be tuned in to TBS tonight to see Game 1 of the ALCS, your Houston Astros versus the New York Yankees. Hannah, back to you.
I'm surprised you didn't also mention Roger Clemens, a former Longhorn there. Seth and I both went to the University of Texas.
I did mention him, of course.
He said, okay, there we go. Lots to be excited for as we look forward to the game later on today. But you may have also noticed Seth is wearing a coat inside of the stadium right now. It's something you also need to bring with you if you are heading to the game later on tonight, especially as temperatures are they're going to continue to drop. So we have to check in with Chief Meteorologist Adam Kruger back to tell us how low the temps are going to go. And you asked me about the puffer coat yesterday, Adam. I can tell you I was brave enough to not use the puffer coat this morning, but if, say I were to go to the game, leaving later on tonight, wouldn't it be a good idea to bring it with me?
At least a jacket, maybe not the, because then you got to hold the big giant coat in your lap somehow while you're watching the game. But a jacket is definitely needed. Even if it feels comfortable inside Minute Maid, it's going to be pretty chilly outside. So let's get to our forecast, not only for tonight, but also tomorrow night for Game 2 of the American League Championship Series. So Yankees here playing again this evening, 6:37, as Seth mentioned, for first pitch. So we'll probably top out in the upper 60s this afternoon. Skies will be clear. Humidity will be low. It's going to be really nice. It'll be about 63 degrees for first pitch, but about an hour or so after that, temperatures will already be down to the 50s. So for people funneling out of the stadium after a win tonight, it's going to be rather cold, probably in the low 50s at that time. So yeah, I for sure would have a jacket with me. Then as we look forward to Game 2 tomorrow, same first pitch time at 6:37, it will be a warmer day. We're probably going to get up to about 80 tomorrow afternoon, so it's going to be about 75 around first pitch time for Game 2 of the ALCS. But really, really nice weather, no problems for any travelers here or there, no rain, clear skies, and we're looking forward to a couple of wins here coming up. Hannah?
Yeah, it seems like it's going to be a lot of fun to have a watch party or something. So now that we've got you ready for the games, I have to ask you a question. If you have a smartwatch with a heart rate monitor, have you ever looked at the number during a tense baseball or maybe even a football game? I know I haven't. Sometimes that number can be pretty high depending on the situation. But it brings up a topic we want to talk about, heart health. It's extremely important. So we spoke with a local doctor for signs to look out for. Well, today we are joined by Dr. Nadi Marah, an interventional and structural cardiologist from Modern Heart and Vascular. And I know you have some important information when it comes to PAD. Can you tell us first what that stands for and what do we need to know about it?
Definitely. Thank you for having me here today. I really appreciate this. PAD stands for peripheral artery disease, and it starts off as plaque. And plaque is a combination of cholesterol and fat that builds up in your arteries and over time can cause blockages, which limits blood flow to your tissues. And as a consequence, you can have symptoms, and this is what we call PAD.
And who is going to be at risk more so for this?
This is a very good question. PAD, the risk factors for PAD include people who have things like diabetes, high blood sugar, people who have high blood pressure, people who have high cholesterol, those who happen to be overweight or obese, smokers, and even those who have underlying kidney disease. But those are what I call the modifiable risk factors for PAD. There are also the unmodifiable and non-modifiable risk factors, which include age, above age 60, those who have a family history of PAD, and also patients who unfortunately have just poor genetics. Mm-hmm. Okay.
And we are curious, what are some of the signs that people need to be looking out for? Maybe they're already above the age that they need to be looking for this, but are there some other signs?
Yes, there certainly are. The unfortunate truth is that up to 40% of people with PAD don't have any signs.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and those who do have signs have things like leg cramps, resting leg pain, have loss of hair distribution in their legs, poor toenail growth, have ulcers or wounds, and things as such. Those are the main signs of PAD.
All right, and how are people able to test for this, or how are you going to be able to diagnose PAD?
Yeah, so the first thing is to at least know what your risk factors are, mm-hmm. and if you have those risk factors, discuss this with your physician or your cardiologist. The next most important thing is when you do get seen by a physician, make sure you get a thorough physical examination, from top to bottom. So what we do as providers is we examine your feet, we check your pulse, we check to see if there's a temperature difference. One leg compared to the unaffected limb. We also check your blood pressure in your arm and your legs, and based on those findings, you can tell us if you have limitations in blood flow down to your feet and circulation issues.
Well, it's very important for people to be going to their doctor to check for this. Is there any more information or anywhere else people can go for more information on this?
Oh yeah, there are several resources online that people can look up. We follow several guidelines when you treat vascular disease, and we will definitely give you information on what to look for PAD online.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Dr. Murrah. We appreciate all of that helpful information.
No, thank you very much for having me. I really appreciate it.
Don't let any procedures or maybe even the cost of one of those diseases scare you. We actually have the perfect expert now to help ease that feeling of medical debt in the next sponsored segment. In this difficult economic environment, consumers are dealing with a lot of financial stressors. One of those could be dealing with overwhelming medical debt. Discover personal loans expert Matt Latman is joining us now to provide tips on how to help families cover these expenses. So Matt, what are some negative ways that medical debt can impact families?
So a personal loan is one of many options available to consumers when you have medical debt. The first thing that I would recommend is talk with your care provider, see what options are available to you, and understand that set. So you might have access to a payment plan through the provider, or they might be able to help fill out insurance paperwork and increase the likelihood that you get money back. One fallback option that you may have is a personal loan. Sometimes by being able to take a fixed rate loan that has predictable monthly payments, it can often be cheaper than other forms of financing that expense. And so if a personal loan is right for you, it may be one way that you can it can be used for medical expense, just as it can be used for a home improvement expense or consolidating other debt that you already have.
Have families had to forego other expenses to manage medical debt?
So we ran a survey in July of 2022 and spoke with about 1,500 consumers. And in that survey, we heard two things that were really affecting consumers and their families. First, people had more medical debt, and that was forcing trade-offs. So not only did it affect people's ability to go out to dinner or take a vacation, but it also affected people's emergency and rainy day funds. It affected their ability to contribute to retirement. And so we saw that it was really having an impact on people's not only their day-to-day, but their lives as a whole and their futures. Second, we found that even the anticipation of that expense was real. And so 50% of the survey participants actually said that they didn't go to a specialist when they knew that they should because of the cost of that visit. 40% said that they were sick and they at some time and they put off being seen for that illness because they were stressed about the expense that was ahead of them. And so that's a situation that, you know, we're hoping to provide the tools so that people know that they have options and can worry about or can focus their efforts on trying to get healthy rather than worrying about their financial state.
And finally, where can viewers go for more information?
You can go to our website, discoverpersonalloans.com. On that website, we have some great articles and calculators that you can use, as well as information about the product. You can you can check your rate and see what a personal loan might look like for you without any effect on your credit score. And we also have the phone number where you can call in and speak with one of our loan specialists, and they can answer any other questions that you have, and we're here to help. That's discoverpersonalloans.com.
Well, thank you so much for all of those tips, and thank you for joining us today.
We love you because you keep it real.
Judge Mathis, next on CW 39 Houston. Go! The Rooms to Go store-wide sofa sale is going on now. Hurry in to get big savings and endless sofa possibilities because every Rooms to Go sofa is on sale. Save on fabric sofas, sleeper sofas, plush leather sofas, sectionals, and reclining sofas. Every sofa you see is priced low to sell fast. And only Rooms to Go offers an opportunity like this. So shop the Rooms to Go store-wide sofa sale going on now. Every sofa is on sale.
Hi, I'm Dr. Andrew Orton, host of The Doctors, and this is 5 pounds of fat. Nobody wants to carry this around our stomach, our back, our hips, our thighs. Well, now you don't have to. Thanks to Sono Bello, America's #1 cosmetic surgery specialist, you can toss the fat away permanently.
I noticed day 1 my stomach was flat, and then over time it was just getting better. Thanks to Sono Bello, I finally have a flat tummy.
TriSculpt Micro Laser Liposuction removes your diet-resistant fat cells permanently while also stimulating collagen to help tighten and smooth the skin for incredible transformations in just one visit. Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation now and find out how you can get $250 off. Call 1-800-815-6629 or go to sonobello.com.
Hi, I'm Eric Dick, and if you have damage to your home, call me right now at 833-7-RIGHTS. You have the right to hire a home insurance attorney like me to see whether you have a home insurance claim. Don't delay. Call me right away at 833-7-RIGHTS. If you have damage to your home, call me today at 833-7-RIGHTS.
If you've experienced damage to your home, call the Dick Law Firm right now.
The reviews are in, and everyone loves Season Pass from TXU Energy. 50% off your energy charges all winter and summer.
What's not to love? I saved $450 last year.
Half off for half the year is a real crowd pleaser.
Even when the weather's changing, I'm still saving.
Season Pass is relief when you need it most.
You can say that again.
Season Pass is relief when you need it most.
I didn't mean literally.
TXU Energy. Energy for everything.
Welcome back to Houston Happens. As we approach the holidays and start planning Friendsgiving dinners, it's the perfect time to meet some great new people and build lasting friendships. So joining us now with some advice on meeting new people and making connections is the friendship expert at Bumble BFF, Danielle Bayard Jackson. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. So what advice do you have for someone looking to make new friends and socialize more?
Yeah, well, for adults, the #1 barrier that we tend to cite is a lack of time. We're trying to do all the things. We're working. We have, hobbies. We have kids. But, research says that repeated exposure is a key ingredient of friend making, which means to me that we've got to be intentional about pursuing people and putting it on the calendar. So spending time is very important. And the second tip that I'll give to adults trying to make friends is to shake off the fear of rejection, put yourself out there, and initiate. You be the one to get it going, because there's something known as the liking gap, which says that we tend to greatly underestimate just how much people like us in the first interaction. And so we've got to muster the courage to put ourselves out there, because it's worth it.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. Sometimes you are a little scared there of the rejection, but can you discuss the overall impact of friendships on our happiness and well-being?
Oh, yeah. There's tons of research that points to the direct connection between friendship and our physical, mental, and emotional health. And so people who have a strong support network, they live longer. They report an overall satisfaction with their life and well-being. And recent research from 2020 suggests that it might be the #1 preventer of depression, having someone to talk to. And I wonder if we kind of intuitively know how important it is, because 60% of women said that they have turned to friendship apps in order to invite new connections into their lives. So I think on a basic fundamental level, subconsciously, we know that it's a critical component of our health.
I completely agree with that. So how does Bumble BFF help adults connect with people in their area?
In a lot of different ways. And I give people, 3 tips. One, you want to put some pictures on the app to show people a range of your personality. 2, you want to make sure you answer all the questions as specifically as possible to make you memorable. And 3rd, my favorite feature is the profile badges, where you can signal your values and lifestyle so that you can be paired with people who are just as compatible with you. And so it's a great space to invite new connections into your life.
And finally, where can we go for more information on this?
Yeah, you can find more friend-making tips and even some success stories over at bumble.com/BFF.
Well, Danielle, thank you so much for all of that information. It's time to start making those friends just in time to get that Friendsgiving date on the calendar. Again, thank you so much. Well, the temperatures are finally falling. Have you noticed it? We just talked to Adam about that. But are you ready to turn the heat on? Maggie sat down with Power Wizard to find more ways to save.
Let's be real, electricity rates are through the roof and a lot higher than what we're used to. So what are we to do? Well, never fear, our friend Jeff from Power Wizard is here. Thanks so much for joining us.
Oh, we're always glad to here to help your wonderful viewers on how to save money on electricity.
Hey, we like the sound of that, but I mean, seriously, looking at these plans, it's crazy.
It is absolutely crazy what the market's done out there, and with the can I say the R word, the recession and inflation and the various things happening in our globe, prices are just at crazy all-time high prices right now for electricity.
So what should we do when it comes to a plan? Should we do long-term, or how does this?
Yes, you want to be on a long-term plan. And the reason why is if you look at the electricity prices in the forward market, and I know the forward market, let's not get it crazy, but they're really high for this next year. Then the prices drop in year 2 and year 3. So our 3-year plans are the cheapest electricity plans out there. So that's what you want to sign up on right now.
That makes people nervous. You're a little bit of a commitment phobe, you know?
Well, we've all been trained to do 12-month terms.
Right.
And so a 3-year term seems long, but what we tell people is make sure you get a low cancellation fee. And so there's products out there with cancellation fees in the $100 range. And so that's where you want to be at, because when the prices come down, you're going to want to basically refinance your electricity plan, cancel that one, and get on a low rate. And that's the cool thing about it. If you're a Power Wizard customer, we monitor that for you literally every month. And so we're looking at the rates. Is it cheaper for you to be on a new rate with your cancellation fee? And we'll figure that out, and we'll come to you when it's time to say, hey, it's time to now refinance your electricity plan, get on a cheaper rate, and we'll take care of that for you.
That's great, because sometimes the cancellation fee, I mean, that's nothing compared to the money that you'll be saving.
And that's why we're telling people to get on a 3-year plan. Do not get on something short. Save the money now, and let us help you save the money when the rates drop in the next couple years. And so, yeah, we'll take care of that for you, help you get on that right plan to make sure that you're taken care of today and in the future.
I love this, because you'll break up with everybody. You can handle everything. So tell people how that they can sign up for Power Wizard, how that works.
Just come to powerwizard.com. It takes about a minute, maybe a minute and a half. You just got to fill out a form. You got to give us some basic information, and then we start shopping for you. We compare all the plans in the market to your unique footprint for your house, and we then find the right plan for you, and then we just keep monitoring that for you every month, and if there's a better plan for you, we'll come to you and tell you, hey, there's a better plan.
Well, let me tell you, there's no better place to go than Power Wizard. As always, it's a pleasure to have you on, my friend.
Thank you very much.
News Nation is a way of looking at America. It is about common cause and concern. It's you, it's me, it's we. That is a nation. That's News Nation.
If you're a Medicare beneficiary and live in the area, call now to see how this little card could get you some big benefits, including money added back to your Social Security check. With one toll-free call, you can find out how easy it is to get all of your original Medicare coverage, plus extra benefits. You get an all-in-one plan designed to fit your needs so you can be your best every day. You could have medical coverage, prescription drugs with $0 generics, dental, vision and hearing, plus the WellCare Visa Flex Card, money for over-the-counter items, and money back in your Social Security check each month, and so much more. And here's more good news. You can get a WellCare plan for a $0 monthly premium. How can WellCare offer all of those benefits for a $0 monthly premium? It's simple. Medicare Advantage and Medicare Part D prescription drug coverage are important parts of Medicare. WellCare has a contract with Medicare to offer and provide these important options to you. Call right now to get your free copy of the WellCare All-in-One Guide. Call 1-866-907-0392 now. There is absolutely no obligation for requesting this free information. WellCare offers benefits that go beyond the basics, including money added to your Social Security check to help cover your Part B premium. Call today to get your free copy of the All-in-One Guide with absolutely no obligation. Your free plan guide will give you the details you need to make a smart choice for your Medicare coverage. Just call 1-866-907-0392. Remember, there's no obligation for requesting this free information. So call 1-866-907-0392. WellCare. Call today.
I was at work. I was rear-ended by a drunk driver. My head hit the steering wheel, and afterwards I woke back up in the ditch. After the accident, my dad told me to see Jim Adler. They got me everything I need because I didn't know anything about anything. I'm glad I called Jim Adler because it changed my life. It gave me confidence, and it gave me hope.
Get back your hope and confidence. Call me, Jim Adler. I fight to get you the money you deserve.
713-777-4000.
Welcome back to Houston Happens. You probably already know that October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. But did you know that black women are more likely to die from breast cancer than white women? So more progress needs to be made to improve outcomes for black women with the disease. These improvements can start in the early days after diagnosis by ensuring that they have access to reliable, clear, and accurate gene expression profiling. So joining us to discuss are Dr. Sonia Reed and breast cancer survivor Alicia Saunders. Thank you so much for joining us today. And Dr. Reed, we'll start with you. What is the current state of breast cancer rates, and why is there such a disparity in treatment?
According to the American Cancer Society, approximately 300,000 women will be diagnosed with breast cancer this year. And while breast cancer incidence rates among Black and white patients are similar, mortality rates are very different. Black women are actually 40% more likely to die of breast cancer than white patients. And there are many reasons for these disparities, including complex socioeconomic factors, access to care, but differences in biology also play a very important role.
And so, Dr. Reed, can you tell us more about this gene testing?
Yes. So there are few available genomic testing that's utilized in clinic to guide discussions around chemotherapy benefit. And what essentially happens when a patient has breast cancer, especially hormone receptor positive breast cancer, to just be a little bit more specific, their tumors can be profiled with these gene expression profiling to essentially determine whether that patient has a higher risk of recurrence. And based on that information, that patient will then be offered chemotherapy for their higher risk breast cancer, because we know that will ultimately impact their outcome in the long run.
Alicia, over to you. We mentioned you're a breast cancer survivor. Can you tell us a little bit about your story in surviving breast cancer?
Absolutely. I was 33 years old when I was diagnosed, and I was actually expecting my first child. And surprisingly, I had no family history. So with that information, my oncologist ordered an oncotype test to be conducted. And when he received my results, it put me at a higher risk for reoccurrence. So his suggested treatment was chemotherapy as well as termination of the pregnancy. That just didn't sit well with me, so I opted to seek a second opinion and met with a doctor who had just returned from a medical conference where he learned about the MammaPrint test. He did the same thing, sent it off, and my scores came back, which put me at a less than 10% risk for reoccurrence. And that in turn changed my entire treatment plan. I was able to forego chemotherapy as well as proceed with having my oldest daughter. You know, reflecting on it, I always say I'm proud of myself for advocating for my health, for doing my due diligence with seeking additional opinions. And that's the message that I typically try to relay when I meet other breast cancer patients, is I let them know you are your biggest advocate. So don't hesitate to do the research. Don't hesitate to learn about different genomic testing, inclusive of MammaPrint, because surprisingly, many have not heard of it. So, you know, I tell them, do your research, present it to your doctor, and you and him can come up with the best treatment plan. But just make sure you always advocate for yourself and don't hesitate to seek other opinions.
Alicia, thank you so much for telling that story. We're almost out of time, but I do want to ask, where can we go for more information?
So for more information about gene expression profiling, including resources that can help you talk to your doctor to make sure the test being offered will work best, I would say go to agendia.com to at least start that discussion with your doctor.
Awesome. Thank you so much for joining us today. We really appreciate all of that information. And that's nearly a wrap on today's show. But before we go, here's a look at the sponsored content brought to you by Modern Heart and Vascular and Discover Personal Loans and many more.